Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I'm gonna start switching over from pigeon videos and bird videos to doing more gardening videos, or I might do gardening slash bird videos, combination. Want to start leaning towards gardening now that the weather is getting a little bit better. It's still it's still kind of cold. It's still in the end of February. It's very warm for February. I don't know what's going to happen if we're going to get this cold snap and, have all sorts of issues. But for the time being, it's pretty warm for February. So, want to start switching over. So, I'm starting to get into figs lately. And I don't know what the hell happened to me. I was online. I saw this website. It had a bunch of fig clippings. They were fairly inexpensive. And I was like, you know what? Let me go fig crazy. And I wanted to plant figs in between the green giants. I might have explained it in a previous video. But definitely, if I get an opportunity later today, I'll walk around my hedge and show you where I'm trying to put these figs. But right now, there's construction going on in my neighbor's house. There's a lot of beeping, a lot of noise. That's why I'm indoors. I'm not even trying to do this outdoors, but I'm indoors and I'm going to start producing. I'm going to get ready to get these fig cuttings into pots. And I just want to show you what I got so far, right? So, as far as it goes, I bought a bunch of figs and then I had my daughter label these cups with the type of figs they are. I want to keep a track of the figs. This way, if there's a fig that I like more than a different fig, I could start propagating more of those or not. I don't know. These are for the figs that, nope, not this one. These are for the figs that I already have, which is the Chicago fig. I guess my daughter got lazy, didn't want to do the tape thing anymore, but whatever. Anyway, I appreciate any help that I get. So, again, appreciate she did it for me. So I bought this container here, and I bought some potting mix, and I don't want to use topsoil. The problem with topsoil, it holds so much water. They get heavy, they get soggy. So I kind of wanted to use a potting mix, and this potting mix is really a seed starter, which probably has more peat moss in it, which will help germinate seeds, but hopefully it'll help germinate some roots with these cuttings. So again, as I showed the process in the past, I'm going to take one of these clippings and then I'm going to scrape off the bark, and then after I scrape it off, I'm going to put in this rooting hormone, and then I'm just going to basically have this filled with dirt. Have this filled with dirt, put the root clipping in there, and put it in this container. And the reason why I put it in the container, the container heats up, so there's quicker germination, right? B, it doesn't dry out. All my plants that are not covered, within a week, the dirt is completely dried out. So if I miss watering them, or if I forgot to water them, whatever the case might be, right? Their dirt dries out. I go to water them. All the water seeps through and hits the ground. So I want to try to avoid that. Hopefully all my cups will fit in here. I try to purposely get a tall box, because with a tall box, once they start growing leaves or whatever, they could have a little bit of growth before I have to take the top off. And by then, I should be okay. Hopefully they'll be ready to go outside. So it's probably going to take a few weeks for them to start germinating some roots. And after the roots, hopefully we'll start getting leaves. And then after the leaves, they'll start branching out. Once they start branching out, most likely be warm enough to put outside, and I don't have to worry about it. So what I'm going to do now is, unfortunately, my daughter is not here to help me do the whole videoing, so I'm going to fill all these cups up with dirt, which I have in here, and then I'm going to water them, make them soggy. Then I'm going to pop little holes in them, and then scrape all these clippings, stick them in, and that's it. So I would record all that. I mean, it's pretty simple process. I guess you guys don't really need to see that. I mean, of course, if that is something you have interested in, just leave me a comment. I'll make a future video of me doing it. Yeah, so nothing too crazy. Just need to repeat. I just need to fill these cups up with dirt, soak the soil, pop a little hole in it, take a clipping, clip it, put it in, and then place it inside the box, and that's it. And then it's a giant waiting game. So let me get this wrapped up, and then I'll show you kind of a later stage of the process as far as once the cups are inside this container. All right. Yeah. So let me put this video on hold. Okay. So planted all the figs. So I got a list of the figs right here, and I stuck them. I stuck these stickers on here. They came with the figs. So I stuck these stickers on here because what was happening as I started watering these plants, they literally the little planters, recyclable planters, just completely started falling apart. So a couple things I learned in the future: just buy the plastic cups. Definitely a lot cheaper. It's like I would try to get the larger cups that are probably bigger than these, the red cups. They're probably $3 to $4 for 50. These were $4 for 18, so better value there. Second, you could always reuse them. The reason why I bought these, I was like, I'm probably never going to reuse them. They're going to like bounce around the house somewhere. Eventually I'll throw them out. You know what? Let me get these, and I don't have to worry about drilling holes because the water will seep right through eventually, which it does, but it also destroys the integrity of this planter. So that's the other issue. So with the other cups, you would have to drill holes to let the excess water out. You don't want any root rot. Honestly, you could probably put like 6 cups together, drill 3 holes on the bottom, and just be done with it. So it's not really a big deal. Maybe I just got too lazy. I wish I didn't, and I ended up getting the planters. So in this, I was able to fit, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 planters. I could probably squeeze another one right here, and I actually squeezed them in just so they stayed upright because they were pretty loose. You could easily fit 12. You could probably get away with 14 or 15 in here, which is a good amount of stuff, right? So I'm propagating figs. It's nice and tall, should grow pretty good. I could propagate other stuff. I left 4 blank ones. I was going to cut more Chicago figs and put them in there, but I already got a bunch of Chicago figs growing in, so I wasn't too worried about it. But the big thing is, by having these 4, I'm thinking I'm going to start, I might plant tomatoes in there, not really sure, might plant peppers, haven't decided. It's February, so normally I don't plant anything until it's closer to Mother's Day. So I'm in zone 7A, and I don't want to put plants outside till Mother's Day because, which I believe is May 15, is basically no chance of frost, right? But they do say last frost date here, the approximate last frost date is April 15. So this year, I'm going to do something slightly different. Last year, I planted peas and they came out, and I did it in March. I might actually plant them in February this time, or the end of February, beginning of March, compared to the end of March. And in these planters, I might plant cherry tomatoes and then put them in planters instead of putting them in the ground. Haven't decided yet. I don't know. If you guys have suggestions, let me know. Basically, the deal is I want to be able to get kind of a head start on growing my vegetables. And I know there's some cold tolerance vegetables, right? Which I'm going to do a video on. Basically, lettuce, cabbage. I want to start getting them ready to go, get them outside, put a tarp or something over them at night so there's no frost on them. I know cabbage and lettuce could go down to like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, so that is more than, I don't think we're going to hit that anytime soon. Mainly because it's been like 40, 50 degrees almost every day here in February, which is out of control. And that's my fear, right? And like, I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to be like, you know what? It's not going to get cold. It's not going to get cold. I'm going to plant a bunch of stuff. It's going to get cold. Everything's going to die. I'll be all upset. So maybe I won't do that. But I'll figure out some kind of protection for the plants that I do put outside. But I do think I'm going to start with peas first. I'm going to redo the raised bed, get peas into the ground. Once I get peas into the ground, then I might move on to work with tomatoes. I'll probably do tomatoes in here, or maybe I'll use these pots for peppers. I did want to do more peppers this year. I was also thinking of growing some super hot peppers, like the Dragon's Breath pepper, contender for the most hottest pepper in the world. There's the, I think it's the Carolina Reaper right now is holding the title. Funny thing is, I'm not really into hot peppers, but I do get a kick out of them. So maybe I will grow them. I know a lot of friends make hot sauce with them and stuff, so I could give them away to friends. Not 100% sure what direction I'm going, but anyhow, back to the figs. The figs are in the ground. These are the selection of figs I ended up getting. I also have the Chicago figs, the brown turkey figs. I have some random fig. The guy just called it a Greek fig. Don't know what it is. Didn't produce any fruit for me, so I don't know how good it is. I'm very curious to try these, and then depending on the space, maybe I'll start getting more and more. Yeah, so that is kind of it for my video. You can check them out over here. I'll do a update once I get some leaves growing out of them. My other figs are doing really good. They're starting to really fill out with leaves. So I got to replant them in pots when I do that. Maybe I could do an update on this and an update on that all at the same time, one giant video. Yeah, so that will wrap this up. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know. Next year, assuming these grow really well, you guys want some of these figs, let me know. I'll do some clippings for you and try to propagate them for you. Other than that, if you like the video, hit the like. If you know anyone into figs, share the video. And again, trying to grow the channel, so I would appreciate it if you subscribe. If you don't, you don't. No big deal. But do appreciate everyone that does. And as always, leave me comments so I could actually learn with all these projects that I'm working on. All right, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.